This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. Covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the X Sports Network.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcares.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with Primary Care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary Care by One Stop Medical at its best.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Make 2022 the year to refresh your home. And who you gonna call to help? Story & Lee, the Tennessee Valley's largest furniture store. We've stocked our 3 acres of showroom and warehouses full of inventory, and gotta make room for more arriving daily. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, all from the brands you've told us you love. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story & Lee.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Heine in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Heine Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Heine sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's Barbecue, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody here to Athens, Alabama. It's the Border Wars here as it's a battle of the Wildcats as the Lady Cats of Lawrence County take on the Wildcats of Guntersville, Alabama. This is AJ Good here on the X Sports Network bringing you this tournament action game here this morning from Athens, Alabama. Taking a look at both sides here. First, though, we will take a pause here for the national anthem. That was the national anthem to start off the Border Wars here today. Boys and girls action going on all day here today from Athens, Alabama. Taking a look at both sides, the Lady Cats of Lawrence County coming in at 11-3 overall. Their head coach is Wendy Scott. They picked up a win here yesterday in overtime against James Clements, winning that one 61-55. On the other side, Guntersville 16-3 overall. Their head coach is Kenny Hill. This Guntersville team made history last season, winning the Alabama Class 5A state championship, the school's first ever state championship in girls basketball. So it's a matchup of two of the better teams, not just only in this area here, but also in both the states of Tennessee and Alabama. It's going to be a defensive game here for both sides, very good defensively, giving up about the mid-30s per game, both Lawrence County and Guntersville. Offensively, averaging around 55 points per game. Guntersville scored over 60 points just 2 times this season. Lawrence County has scored over 60 4 times this year. Taking a look at the starting lineups for both sides. Starting first with Guntersville, you have Olivia Vandergriff, Lainey Phillips, Briley Hill, Maddie Ward, and Tazzy Harris. On the other side for Lawrence County, it's going to be Peyton Morgan, Kimmy Pigg, Katie Criswell, Emmy Clark, and J.C. Scott. That will be your starting 5. Lawrence County wearing their white uniforms, gold numerals outlined in purple. They'll start off going from left to right. Guntersville will be wearing their maroon uniforms with white numerals outlined in silver. They'll be going from right to left to start things off. Here at the Athens Border Wars, they're beautiful, almost brand new gym here on campus. One of the better gyms, not just in high school, but I'm sure there's a lot of small colleges and a couple D1s that would love to have a facility like this. Katie Criswell will face off with Tazzy Harris to start the game here as we tip things off. Lady Cat basketball here on the X Sports Network. Vandergriff gets the ball to start it off. It's going to be Lainey Phillips to try a 3, misses. That's going to go off of J.C. Scott and stay with Guntersville. Maddie Ward will take it out to the left of her basket. Man-to-man put on here by the Lady Cats into Phillips. Phillips now will bring it out near the Athens logo. Hands over to Briley Hill. Hill dribbles. Matchup zone put on now by the Lady Cats. And that pass attempt is kicked away by J.C. Scott. 18 seconds in. Guntersville will stay with it. Our 10 a.m. game. Wildcat boys are in Winfield, Alabama. Got games at 12:30 and 5:30 today. We'll be there tomorrow for their game at 12:30. Harris with it at the free throw line. Kicks over to Phillips in the corner. Phillips now back to Hill. Hill at the wing. Now kicks over to Maddie Ward at the other wing. Phillips with it in the corner. Back to Ward. Ward now to Hill. Hill dribbles at the top of the key. Now to the right wing. Over to Phillips in the corner. Now into Harris. Harris in the paint. Jumper up. No good. Rebound. Comes to Peyton Morgan. Now to J.C. Scott. Scott will bring it across the timeline. Now over to Cammie Pigg at the wing. Now to Scott. Scott tries to go down low to Peyton Morgan. That one's stolen away by Vandergrift. Coming the other way, Vandergrift pulls up. Now over to Hill. She'll try corner three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, J.C. Scott, and we're coming the other way. Scott with it across the timeline quickly. Goes. Right-handed layup, no good. Rebound. Now coming the other way is Ward. Hands it to Vandergrift. Vandergrift almost loses that one. Pulls up. Now has it to Hill on the baseline. Hill will now bring it out and set up the play to the Athens logo. 6:35 remaining in the first quarter. No score between the two. Hill picks up her dribble over to Harris. Harris now back to Hill. Over to Phillips in the corner. Trying to feed Vandergrift down low, but she's being double-teamed. Now over to Ward. Ward throws it to Harris at the free throw line. She'll drive. Another jumper in the paint. No good. Rebound, J.C. Scott. Scott's picked up 3 quick rebounds here in the game. Will now bring it across the timeline over to Cammie Pigg. Pigg back to Scott. Scott here to Pigg. Tries to throw it down low to Emmy Clark. That one's intercepted by Harris. Second turnover here by the Lady Cats as we come the other way. Phillips over to Hill. Hill now dribbles out and gets it back to Phillips. Matchup zone put on here. Now over to Vandergrift. Throws it down low to Harris, guarded by Criswell. Harris kicks back out the Ward, swings over the Hill. Now to Phillips in the corner. Now back to Hill. Hill with it at the wing. Now to Ward. Ward will try to drive and kicks out to Phillips. She'll try corner three. Rattles that one home, and that is the first points of the game. Scott brings it across the timeline over to Katie Criswell. 2-3, it looks like a 2-1-2 zone put on here, and Criswell almost loses that one, gets it over to Scott. Now to Morgan, down low to Clark. Clark shot up and in, and the Lady Cats get on the board. 3-2 is a Guntersville lead. 5:15 remaining in the first. Ward with it, now over to Phillips. Phillips now to Hill at the logo. Now back to Phillips at the wing. Gets it to Vandergrift. She'll try a deep NBA range three. Front iron no good. Fight for the rebound will be Harris. Harris tries to go down low, now kicks out the Ward. Ward now drives into the paint, and we're going to get a foul called here against Lawrence County. I believe this will go on Peyton Morgan, and it will. That's her first foul for either side. Subs now coming in here for the Lady Cats will be Sophie Cole and Sadie Grace Cole, as Cammie Pigg and J.C. Scott will check out. Vandergrift driving the baseline, and we're going to get another foul against Peyton Morgan. Peyton picks up 2 quick ones. And it looks like Harley Johnson set the check in, as Peyton Morgan will check out. Ward will take it out to the right of the basket. Skip pass into Harris, almost intercepted by Criswell. Harris shot up and gets that one up and in. Her first points, it's a 5-3 Guntersville lead. Katie Criswell with it across the timeline over to Sophie Cole. Cole, skip pass over to Harley Johnson at the other wing, back to Cole straight away. They swing it over to Sadie Grace Cole at the other wing. Skip passing over to Johnson. Johnson will try a three. Front iron no good. Rebound Vandergrift, and we come the other way. Vandergrift now over to Phillips. Phillips back to Ward. Ward travels, and that's the first turnover against the other Wildcats. 4:22 remaining here in the first. Guntersville leading it 5-2. Sophie Cole will throw it in to Katie Criswell, and Criswell hands it back to Cole. She crosses the timeline. Guntersville extends the zone out. Cole now over to Emmy Clark straight away. Now to Cole. Johnson with it in the corner. Now back to Clark. Over to Cole at the wing. Cole bounce past Emmy Clark. Now inside the Criswell. Kicks out the Cole. Cole dribbles. That was almost a double dribble. Now Sadie Grace Cole here for three. Nothing but net, and we're tied. Off the bench, knocks down the shot, and Lawrence County has tied it up here at 5. Phillips swings over to Ward. Ward now back to Phillips near the top of the Athens logo. Back to Hill, who's on the bottom of the logo. Vandergrift trying to get away from Sadie Grace Cole and can. Harris now with it will drive. Picks up her dribble, throws it into Phillips. Nice pass, can't get that one to go. And the rebound will come out to Hill. Hill now kicks out to Phillips. She'll try corner three. Rattles out, no good. And now another offensive rebound here for Phillips. They've already picked up 3 here in the first quarter. Vandergrift with it at the top of the Athens logo. She'll drive to her right, gets a screen, steps back, will continue to drive. Nice pass here to Harris in the paint. Harris kicks out here to Ward. Ward now to Hill. She's got a 3 from the wing. No good. Another offensive rebound by Ward. Now over to Hill. 3 minutes left here in the first game, tied at 5. The other Wildcats with 4 offensive rebounds so far. Vandergrift with it. Now over to Ward. Swings over to Hill from the wing. Now throws it in to Harris at the free throw line. She drives, spins, shot up. That one's in. She's got 4. Guntersville retakes the lead at 7-5. Cole across the timeline, picks up her dribble over to Harley Johnson. Johnson skip pass over to Sadie Grace Cole. She dribbles to the corner, now kicks out to Sophie Cole. Long pass over to Johnson, now inside to Criswell. Criswell turns around now to Johnson. Sophie Cole, she'll try a 3. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Harley Johnson, that one's no good. Offensive rebound, Emmy Clark, and she gets that one blocked. Now we got a foul coming up here against Lawrence County. That will go against Emmy Clark. She'll pick up her first, team's 3rd. J.C. Scott will now check into the game as Emmy Clark will check out. Wendy Scott not happy with their team's defensive rebounding here so far. 2:10 remaining in the first, Guntersville leading by 2. Phillips with it at the wing. Now to Vandergrift straight away. Vandergrift now over to Hill. They throw it down low to Harris. Harris kicks out to Ward. Swings over to Phillips in the corner. Now back to Ward. Ward now over to Hill straight away. And now dribbles to the right wing. Fakes a handoff to Vandergrift and tries her pass into Harris, and that one's kicked away. Clock stops at 1:49 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-5 Guntersville lead. First sub into the game for the other Wildcats, and that will be Kendall Teal in for Maddie Ward. Vandergrift inbounds into Teal, now to Hill. Hill fakes a 3, fakes a handoff. She'll drive, try to reverse layup there, blocked by Criswell. Now in the Harris. Harris drives to the low block, spins, shot up. That one's in. She's got 6. It's a 9-5 Guntersville lead. Sadie Grace Cole with it at the wing for the Lady Cats. Skip pass over to Sophie Cole. She'll try a deep 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, won by Hill, and we're coming the other way as an open Phillips. Phillips drives, picks up her dribble, shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound, Harley Johnson, now to Sadie Grace Cole. Cole across the timeline over to Sophie Cole. She'll drive, kicks out to J.C. Scott in the corner, drives the paint, kicks out to Sadie Grace Cole. She goes into the paint, tries a layup. That one is blocked, and that looked like it went off Phillips. They say it went off Cole, and that will go to Guntersville. Cami Pig into the game here for Harley Johnson. Under a minute left here, Guntersville leading 9-5 in the first quarter. Hill across the timeline. Now over to Teal. Teal now over to Vandergrift. Vandergrift now to Phillips. Phillips throws it over to Hill, down low to Harris. Harris drives on the low block. Shot up, no good. Rebound, J.C. Scott. Good defense here from Katie Criswell. Scott now over to Cole. Cami Pig in the corner. Gets it in to Scott in the paint. Kicks out to Sophie Cole. Now to Katie Criswell. Criswell drives. Kicks out to Cami Pig in the corner for 3. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, Harris. Harris now coming the other way. Nice move. Gets it across the timeline over to Hill. Swings over to Phillips near the corner. 15 seconds left in the quarter. And that pass attempt to Harris is kicked away by J.C. Scott. No subs. 12 seconds left here in the first. Phillips will take it out of bounds. Now in the Vandergrift. Vandergrift now back to Phillips. Phillips will drive. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Throws up a crazy shot and almost makes it. Rebound, J.C. Scott coming the other way, and that will end the first quarter. Guntersville leads Lawrence County 9-5 after 8 minutes of play. When we return, it'll be time for the second quarter here on the X Sports Network.
It's time for some straight talk about zero-turn mowers. Husqvarna's zero-turn performance mowers with rugged commercial drive give you high performance and a comfortable ride. Heavy-duty frame and chassis and commercial hydraulics take no punishment. With warranties now up to 5 years and low financing options, there's no competition. For a straight-up deal on the best in professional zero-turn mowers, go straight to your Husqvarna dealer.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit lawrenceburgflooringandmore.com.
And back here at the Athens Border Wars, Lawrence County trailing to Guntersville 9-5 as we start the second quarter. Lady Cats with the ball as Sophie Cole over to Cammie Pig, back to Cole. Swings it back to Pig. Now over to Sadie Grace Cole in the corner. Cole, skip pass over to Sophie Cole straight away, dribbles to the right wing. Now to Katie Criswell, and our first jump ball of the game will go to Guntersville. That is the third turnover against the Lady Cats, as Emmy Clark will come back into the game here for Sophie Cole. Hill across the timeline here for Guntersville. Spins out of trouble, and that one's stolen away by Katie Criswell. Criswell drives, kicks out. J.C. Scott, baseline jumper, back iron no good. Rebound, Sadie Grace Cole. Now over to J.C. Scott. Scott into the paint, kicks out to Criswell, straight away for three. Nothing but net. Her first points. Guntersville now leads it 9-8. Hill hands over to Phillips straight away. Phillips dribbling here, guarded by Sadie Grace Cole. Now gets it into Harris. Harris loses that one. Now she's trapped here on the corner. Long pass now here to Teal. Teal now to Hill, straight away over to Phillips. Phillips back to Hill. Hill hands over to Harris. Harris drives to the free throw line, now to Phillips. She'll try a deep three. Corner iron, no good. Rebound, Katie Criswell. Criswell coming the other way. Long outlet pass ahead here to J.C. Scott. Scott picks up her dribble into Criswell in the paint. Floater up, gets it in. First lead of the game for the Lady Cats. Criswell with 5. Lawrence County leads it 10-9. Hill, bounce pass over to Teal at the wing. Vandergriff gets the ball at the logo, guarded here by Cammie Pig. Vandergriff now to Harris. Harris loses it momentarily, regained. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Sadie Grace Cole. Cole now ahead here to Katie Criswell as we race the other way. Criswell stops, kicks out to Sadie Grace Cole. She'll try a three, knocks it down. She's got 6 off from beyond the arc. Lady Cats lead at 13-9. Vandergriff gets the inbounds, a little bit too rough on the defense is Cammie Pig. She'll pick up her first, team's 4th, as Sophie Cole and Harley Johnson will come in for Sadie Grace Cole and Cammie Pig. Hill at the logo, over to Teal. Teal now to Hill straight away. Now over to Vandergriff. Vandergriff here now to Teal in the corner. Her and Phillips are in the same spot, back to Vandergriff. 5 out put on here by the other Wildcats. Now over to Hill. Teal, Phillips with it in the corner. And Phillips will bring it out and hand it back to Hill. Hill, long pass over to Teal in the corner. Now back to Hill. Hill will try 3 from the wing. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, Emmy Clark over to Katie Criswell. Criswell coming quickly the other way. Over to J.C. Scott. She'll try a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Harris. Harris now to Hill. Hill almost loses that one, but dribbles out of traffic. Gets it across the timeline now to Teal, who does lose that one. That's the 3rd turnover against the Wildcats. 4:57 remaining here in the first half. Lawrence County leading at 13-9. Sophie Cole across the timeline here for the Lady Cats. Now over to Harley Johnson and Emmy Clark in the corner. Back to Sophie Cole at the wing. Now in the Harley Johnson in the corner for three. Front iron no good, and over and back called against J.C. Scott. That's J.C.'s first, team's fifth. No fouls on the other side for Guntersville so far. As Maddie Ward will check back into the game, checking out will be Kendall Teal, so the original starting lineup in here for Guntersville. And Peyton Morgan will come in for Katie Criswell. Criswell getting her first breather of the game. As Hill will bring it across the timeline for Guntersville. Now over to Vandergriff. Vandergriff now to Phillips. Phillips, skip pass over to Ward at the other wing. Now into Hill here in the corner. Hill, skip pass. That one's intercepted by J.C. Scott. Scott drives. Left-handed layup. Almost in, but she is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. That will go against Hill. That's her first, team's first. Now a pair of free throws. First set of free throws for either side now coming up. First free throw on its way, and Scott gets a friendly bouncing in for her first point. Some sound effects to go along with it. Next free throw from Scott on its way, and gets them both in. 2 for 2 from the line. She's got her first points. It's a 15-9 Lady Cat lead. Hill across the timeline, drives to the baseline, picks up her dribble. Now we get a travel call. Make that now 5 turnovers against Guntersville as Sadie Grace Cole and Katie Criswell will come in for Sophie Cole and Peyton Morgan. Also at Brent Enlow that checked into the game here for Hill on the other side. Sadie Grace Cole with it now. Now kicking to Harley Johnson, the quarterback to Cole. Skip pass over to J.C. Scott, the other wing. She'll drive to the baseline. Nice feed to Emmy Clark. That one's up and in. Clark's got 4 Lady Cats here leading 17-9. Already with 10 points off 5 Guntersville turnovers. We throw it down low to Harris. Harris down low to Ward. Her shot blocked away by J.C. Scott, and we'll stay with Guntersville. No subs, 3:32 remaining in the half. Taking it out of bounds is Ward, quickly into Phillips. Phillips drives into the paint. Tries to throw it down low to Enlow, knocked away by Katie Criswell. It will be Ward to take it out to the left of the basket. And she's looking for somebody. Eventually gets it into Enlow. Enlow hands over to Vandergriff, knocked away by Sadie Grace Cole. Good defense. They have they've played a matchup zone with everyone else, but played a pretty strict man-to-man there on Vandergriff. As Enlow will check out, Hill will check in after a brief breather. Ward now in the Vandergriff. She'll try corner 3. Knocks it down, nothing but net. Her first points, it's a 17-12 Lawrence County lead. Harley Johnson within the corner, long pass to Katie Criswell. Criswell drives the baseline, nice pass to Emmy Clark. Shot up, blocked by Vandergriff, regained by Clark. That one's up and she's fouled. That looks like that goes against Hill. That's her second, team's second. Now a pair of free throws coming up here for Emmy Clark. First shot on its way and knocks it down. Kami Pegg now to check in. And Harley Johnson will check out. Next free throw from Clark, and hits them both. She is tied for the game lead with 6 points as they lead at 19-12. Ward will get across the timeline for the Wildcats. Hands over to Hill. Hill dribbles as they extend the zone out. Now we're going to have a timeout here called by Kenny Hill. First for either side. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Athens Border Wars, Lawrence County having a big second quarter. They lead this one 19-12 over the Alabama defending Class 5A state champions in Guntersville. Ward inbounds in the hill, walking across the timeline for the Wildcats. Now in the Ward in the corner. Ward throws it down low. That one's intercepted by Katie Criswell coming the other way. Criswell racing. Sadie Grace Cole in the corner with it. And can't get that one to Cami Pig. That one's knocked out of bounds by Vandergriff. Sub now coming in will be Britt Imlow here for Guntersville, and checking out will be Maddie Ward. J.C. Scott will take it out of bounds, gets it into Cami Pig. Pig now over to Scott at the wing. Scott, and we're going to get a double dribble here. Galt against J.C. Scott. Fourth turnover against the Lady Cats. Their first of the quarter. 2:29 remaining in the opening half. A 19-12 Lawrence County lead. As Imlow will check out and Kendall Teal will check in here for Guntersville. Across the timeline is Hill here for Guntersville. Dribbles to the right wing. Lawrence County going to bring the zone out here a bit. And trying to get to Phillips and can't. And now does hand over to Phillips. Phillips brings it out to the Athens logo. Now dribbles to her right, will hand back to Hill. And Hill will bring it back out to the logo. 2 minutes left in the half. Now into Phillips in the corner. Phillips back to Hill. Hill back to Phillips. Phillips back to Hill. They get it to hand it over to Vandergriff at the logo. Vandergriff dribbles to her right. Here comes a double team for Lawrence County. Vandergriff gets out of traffic, picks up her dribble, kicks out to Phillips. Phillips now over to Hill. Now over to Harris in the corner. Harris now back to Hill. Long pass intercepted by Katie Criswell. Coming the other way. Criswell left-handed layup. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. J.C. Scott can't get that one to go. And that one is knocked out of bounds and will stay with Lawrence County. Sophie Cole now checks into the game for the Lady Cats, and Sadie Grace Cole will check out. Scott to take it out of bounds. And into Criswell. Criswell into the paint. Pull-up fadeaway jumper, no, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. That will go against Phillips. Her first, team's third. Pair of free throws coming up for Katie Criswell. First shot on its way, gets it. Gotta love the sound effect at the end of that. Next free throw on its way from Criswell, and gets them both. She leads all scorers with 7. Lady Cats perfect 6 of 6 from the line. Here they lead it by 9. The minute 15 left here in the opening half. Vandergriff with it now for the Wildcats. Dribbled, closely guarded. Now over to Phillips. Hill swings over to Teal in the corner for 3. Corner iron no good. Rebound that will come out to Hill. 5th offensive rebound for the Wildcats, and then the ensuing turnover on the other end. Now 8 turnovers against Guntersville. Wendy Scott's going to call a timeout with under a minute left. A 30-second timeout. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the auto owner's policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretta, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Athens Border Wars, under a minute left here in the opening half. as Lawrence County leading the defending Alabama Class 5A champions 21-12. Lady Cats, who are outscored 9-5 in the first quarter so far, outscored Guntersville 16-3 here in the second. Sophie Cole will get it into J.C. Scott. Scott now facing them man-to-man here will walk it across the timeline. 50 seconds left. Now to the free throw line to Criswell. Back out to Scott. New defense put on here by Guntersville. Strict man-to-man. Now over to Sophie Cole. Cole now over to Criswell straight away. Now to Cammie Pig at the wing. Now to Cole straight away. Back to Pig at the wing. Pig travels there. Just took one too many steps. 5th turnover against the Lady Cats. Sub coming in will be Maddie Ward here. Checking out will be Teal. 35 seconds left here in the half. As Enlow gets it to Vandergrift, back to Enlow. Enlow crosses the timeline. Now to Phillips. Phillips has it to Vandergrift. Vandergrift almost loses it, regains possession, throws a long pass to the back wall. That is the 9th turnover here against the Wildcats with 18 seconds left. Sub coming in will be Hill. She'll come in for Enlow. As Harley Johnson will come in for Cammie Pig. Katie Criswell into J.C. Scott, and we're going to bring it the other way. Now to Criswell across the timeline, 10 seconds left. Criswell dribbles to her right. Now over to Scott. Scott, 5 seconds left. Hands over to Johnson. Johnson will try 3. Misses. Hill with the rebound, and that will end the first half. Lawrence County with a strong second quarter. They take a 21-12 lead into the half. In about 10 minutes, we'll have the start of the second half here on the X Sports Network.
Hey folks, this is Fred Webb, principal broker and owner of United Country Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg. Your local Realtree Land Pro agent specializing in country homes, farms, and land. If you're thinking about selling or would like a free comparative market analysis to see what your property is worth, please give us a call at 931-244-7126. We market your property worldwide to get you the most exposure, which in turn gets you the highest price in the shortest amount of time. Visit us at southerntandrealty.com.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances,
dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County, providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street, next to the courthouse.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today. Lawrenceburg city parks are some of the best in the region. A collection of neighborhood parks and recreation centers able to accommodate and inspire the varied interests of its many visitors. David Crockett State Park is located within the city limits, encompassing more than 1,000 acres, including land once owned by the legendary pioneer and statesman. The park welcomes visitors with an array of outdoor activities and more, featuring a 40-acre lake for boating and fishing, campgrounds and picnic areas, an on-site amphitheater, and a restaurant offering diners a scenic view of Lindsay Lake. Golfers have a choice of 2 courses close to home, and many more throughout the region. Lawrenceburg even offers an 18-hole disc golf course. Lawrenceburg is an outdoorsman's paradise, whether you prefer the challenge of hunting or fishing, or the simple pleasure of a leisurely stroll in the sunshine.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
It's time for fun facts. Louisiana is an incredible state. It's home to Cajun food, Cajun music, and the longest continuous bridge over water, the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. It stretches for almost 24 miles. Louisiana is our 18th state, having joined the Union on April 30th, 1812. It then left and joined the Confederacy on January 26, 1861, but it was allowed back in on June 25, 1868. Here are 5 fun facts about Louisiana. 1. The Louisiana State Capitol building is the tallest in the United States. It's 450 feet tall. 2. Gaydon, Louisiana bills itself as the duck capital of America. Rain, Louisiana is the frog capital of the world, and Breaux Bridge, Louisiana is the crawfish capital of the world. 3. Louisiana is the only state that still mentions the Napoleonic Law in its state law. Number 4. There are only 2 mobile national monuments, the San Francisco, California cable cars and the St. Charles streetcars in New Orleans. Number 5. The Battle of New Orleans was fought 2 weeks after the War of 1812 ended, and over a month before the word got to Louisiana that the war had actually ended. And there you have it, 5 fun facts about Louisiana. See you next time on Fun Facts.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Athens Border Wars, here at halftime, the Lady Cats of Lawrence County leading the Wildcats of Guntersville 21-12. Taking a look at the first half stats, Katie Criswell led all scorers with 7, Emmy Clark with 6, J.C. Scott with 2, and off the bench was Sadie Grace Cole with 6. On the other side for Guntersville, Tazzy Harris with 6, Lainey Phillips and Olivia Vandergriff each with 3. Lawrence County was a perfect 6 of 6 from the line. No free throws for Guntersville in the first half. Take a look at the hustle stats. Lawrence County got 12 points off of 9 Guntersville turnovers. Guntersville got 3 points off 5 Lawrence County turnovers. Lawrence County with 5 second chance points off 6 offensive rebounds. Guntersville 2 points off 5 offensive rebounds. The big difference in this game was the second quarter. Lawrence County outscoring Guntersville 16-3. Now comes a very important point here for Lawrence County. They've been outscoring their opponents by just a shade under 14 points in the third quarter, including a couple games where they outscored their opponent by more than 30 in the third quarter. So a pivotal point here coming up for both sides. Guntersville, the defending Alabama Class 5A state champions, coming in with a very impressive 16-3 record. So far, Lawrence County been able to hold Olivia Vandergriff in check with 3 points. Tazzy Harris has 6 there on the low block. So should be very interesting to see how the second half will go. Lawrence County will get the ball to start the second half as they lead this one 21-12. Scott will inbound here for the Lady Cats into Katie Criswell. Criswell drives now to the low block, spins, picks up her dribble, kicks out to Scott, now to Cammie Pigg. Pigg with it at the logo. Guarded closely by Ward in the man-to-man now to Scott. Scott throws it down low to Criswell on the low block. Now back out to Scott. She'll try a 3. Knocks it down. Lady Cats lead by 12, 24-12. A great way to start the second half. Hill now across the timeline here for the Wildcats. Lawrence County still in this matchup zone, mainly just playing man-to-man on Vandergriff. Now to Phillips inside the Harris. Harris has an open Hill, and that one is into the hands of Vandergriff. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Harris, and that one's up and in. Harris leads all scorers here with 8. Now there's 6 offensive rebound, force now second chance points. Scott with it across the timeline. Picks up her dribble. Trying to find somebody, gets it out to Cammie Pigg straight away for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Harris. Harris now ahead the Ward. Now over to Hill. Hill brings it across the timeline, a minute into the third. Flutter up, no good. Rebound, Peyton Morgan, and she's fouled from behind by Hill. That's going to be the third on Hill, team's first. Now Enlow will check into the game here for the Wildcats. 24-14 is the Lawrence County lead, minute 10 into the third. Press put on here by Guntersville for just the first time of the day as Pigg gets across the timeline. Now over to Criswell. Criswell, right-handed layup off the glass and in. She's got 9 to lead all scores. It's a 12-point lead once again. Enlow across the timeline here for Guntersville. Long pass over to Ward at the other wing, back to Enlow. As head coach Kenny Hill recalls a new play now at the Phillips. Now to Vandergriff. Vandergriff inside to Harris, stolen away by Katie Criswell. 10 turnovers now. Criswell, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Lawrence County now with 14 points off 10 Guntersville turnovers. Into the paint, Enlow, scoop shot up, no good. Rebound, Peyton Morgan, gets it ahead, the Criswell coming the other way. Cross the timeline with speed. Dishes out to J.C. Scott. Throws it down low to Emmy Clark. She's triple team. Now back out to Scott. She'll try 3. Corner iron, no good. Rebound in low. Now coming the other way is Vandergriff. Coming ahead with a lot of speed. Drives, nice move in the paint. Kicks out the Ward. Swings over to Phillips in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound will go to Lawrence County. I think it went off Criswell, but to keep him from calling a foul, they just said it went off of as Cami Pig, and Peyton Morgan will check out into Sadie Grace Cole and Harley Johnson. Coming the other way is J.C. Scott, picks up her dribble. Now over to Johnson, who gets across the timeline, now to Criswell. Criswell picks up her dribble, now to Scott. She'll try deep 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, won by Harris through traffic. She'll now bring it the other way quickly to Vandergriff. Vandergriff steps back for 3. Knocks it down, what a shot. She's got 6. It's a 28-17 Lawrence County lead. Sadie Grace Cole with it, picks up her dribble, now over to Scott. Scott into Criswell. Criswell. Now, Harley Johnson within the corner. Thought about 3, now back out to Scott. Now over to Sadie Grace Cole at the other wing. Skip pass over to Johnson, now to Scott. Scott throws it down low to Emmy Clark. Clark shot up and she's fouled. That will go on Teal. That's her first. As the team's second. Pair of free throws coming up for Clark, and she hits the first. Clark now with 7. Lady Cats perfect, 7 of 7 from the line. Next shot on its way, and she hits them both. She's got 8. Lady Cats 8 of 8 from the line. Phillips now with it the other way. Now over to Ward. Ward inside the Harris at the free throw line. Good move in the paint. Picks up her dribble now to Ward. Teal in the corner, back to Ward. Ward trying to hand it to Vandergriff. Can't. Gets it to Teal in the corner. Teal now skip pass out to Phillips at the bottom of the Athens logo. They reset the play. Phillips now dribbles to the top of the key. Over to Ward. She'll try it. Teal, she'll try a 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound, J.C. Scott. Had an open. Harley Johnson didn't see her. Now gets it to Emmy Clark across the timeline. Now to Katie Criswell. Nice pass. Emmy Clark off the glass and in. Clark in the double figures with 10. It's a 15-point Lawrence County lead halfway through the third. Ward back out to Phillips. Now over to Vandergriff. Vandergriff being double teamed everywhere she goes. Now out to Harris. Harris drives into the paint. Kicks out the Teal in the corner for 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Harley Johnson. Now to Katie Criswell. And Guntersville backs off the press, and Criswell will walk it across the timeline. Head coach Wendy Scott calls out the play. Now over to Emmy Clark beyond the 3-point line. Clark spins out of traffic. Tries to get it down low to J.C. Scott. They kick it out to Sadie Grace Cole in the corner for 3. Front iron, no good. And we're going to over and back, called against Harley Johnson. It's Johnson's first, just the team's first here in the second half. They had just 5 total there in the first, as Pig and Sophie Cole will check in for the Lady Cats. Checking out will be J.C. Scott and Sadie Grace Cole. Into the game also will be Britt Inlow. She will check in for Maddie Ward. Across the timeline is Inlow. Picks up her dribble now to Teal. Teal drives, kicks out to Phillips. She'll try a 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Harris. Harris, shot up, no good. Rebound, Sophie Cole. Cole coming the other way and gets out of the defense from Phillips. Now to Criswell with under 3 minutes left in the third. 15-point Lady Cav lead. Criswell dribbles here at the Athens logo over to Sophie Cole. Cole hands it back to Criswell. Criswell drives into the paint, pulls up, shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound, Emmy Clark. Clark now back out to Criswell. Criswell picks up her dribble now to Sophie Cole. Cole drives, shot up, no good, but she's fouled. Foul will go against Harris, her first, team's third. A pair of free throws coming up here for the Lady Cats. Sophie Cole trying to get on the board for the first time today. First shot on its way. Rattles it in. Peyton Morgan into the game. She'll come in for Emmy Clark. And Teal will check out. Ward will check in here for Guntersville. Next free throw from Cole. Hits them both. Lady Cats 10 of 10 from the line. They lead at largest of the game, 34-17. Vandergriff across the timeline. Steps back for three. Front iron no good. Rebound Peyton Morgan. Morgan now over to Katie Criswell. Criswell coming ahead quickly. Criswell now over to Cole. Cole back to Criswell at the Athens logo. They hand over to Cole. They set up the play. Cole now over to Cammie Pig at the wing, back to Cole straight away. Now hands over to Harley Johnson. Now over to Peyton Morgan in the corner. Morgan, skip pass over to Cammie Pig. She steps back for three. Almost banks it in. Offensive rebound, Harley Johnson. Now to Sophie Cole, now to Johnson, over to Criswell. Criswell steps back. Minute 40 left here in the third. Guarded here by Phillips, now over to Pig. 5 out by the Lady Cats, now inside to Criswell. Criswell, turnaround jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound Vandergriff. Vandergriff quickly the other way. Nice, tried to bounce pass, hit Peyton Morgan in the backside, now over to Katie Criswell. Criswell, pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Peyton Morgan. And that is not a foul. I don't know what he saw, but that ain't a foul. That's the third against Peyton Morgan, team second. J.C. Scott now checks in the game. Katie Criswell will get a much-needed breather as Lawrence County's called for their second team foul, an imaginary foul from I don't know what he was watching. And we made it. Minute left in the third quarter. My first critique of the officiating. We've done an outstanding job here so far. Now over to Inlow, and Inlow will now bring it out to the Athens logo. Under a minute left, over to Phillips. Phillips now to Inlow, straight away over to Vandergriff. Vandergriff guarded closely here. It's like a box and one the Lady Cats are put on here, and that one is straight on Vandergriff. Vandergriff driving to the baseline. Here comes a triple team. She somehow gets it up and in. Impressive shot there from Vandergriff to cut the lead to 15. 35 seconds left as Scott crosses the timeline. Might be trying to play for the final shot, and we're going to get a timely timeout there. Scott threw that one away as Wendy Scott calls it the 30-second timeout, and we'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
And back here at the Athens Border Wars, Lawrence County leading 34-19 with under 30 seconds left in the third. Lady Cats have the ball. J.C. Scott, guess trying to play for the final shot. Katie Criswell just came back in for Peyton Morgan. 20 seconds left. She's guarded here closely by Phillips. Dribbles at the Athens logo. Now over to Sophie Cole. 15 seconds left. Cole picks up her dribble, and we're going to get a travel called against Sophie Cole. 6 turnover against the Lady Cats, just their first here in the second half. 12 seconds left here. Guntersville has a chance to get some points here before the end of the third. Inlow across the timeline. Gets it over to Phillips. Phillips now to Vandergriff. Vandergriff with 5 seconds left. Drives through and gets her pass intercepted by J.C. Scott. Scott shot at the buzzer is no good. The Lady Cats in control. They lead this one 34-19 after 3 quarters of play. We'll have the start of the fourth when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here to start the fourth quarter, Lawrence County leading Guntersville 34-19 after outscoring the Wildcats 13-7 in the third. Enlow over to Harris beyond the three-point line. Now over to Ward. Swings it over to Enlow. Enlow. Now to Vandergrift straight away. NBA range three. Front iron no good. Rebound will come to Katie Criswell, who loses it off her shins out of bounds and will stay with the Wildcats. Just a 7th turnover against Lawrence County. Second here in the game as Hill and Teal will check in for Guntersville as Enlow and Ward will check out. No subs for Lawrence County, 20 seconds into the fourth. Long pass into Harris down low. Harris spins. Tries to go up. Shot up. Blocked there by Emmy Clark. Will go in the hands of J.C. Scott. Scott will get it across the timeline over to Criswell. Criswell leads all scorers with 11. Man-to-man put on here by the Wildcats. Pig with it. Now to Emmy Clark straight away. Clark now over to Sadie Grace Cole. Down low to Criswell. Criswell shot up. Can't get it to go. Rebound Vandergrift. Vandergrift coming quickly the other way. Now over to Hill. Nice pass over to Phillips, who passed up a corner three, and that's what head coach Kenny Hill wanted. Now Hill with it. Inside to Harris at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper. That one's in. Harris in the double figures with 10. Kenny Hill's going to call a timeout, full timeout, and under just a minute 2 into the fourth. We'll take that break with them here in the X Sports Network.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
What really matters during the ball game? We all want to win. Sometimes we'll lose. But at the end of the day, what really matters is holiness, isn't it? In Leviticus 11 and verse 44, God says, "You be holy, for I am holy." To keep oneself unspotted from the world, James 1 and verse 27, or to be that living sacrifice that is holy and acceptable to God, Romans 12 and verse 1. Are you being that? And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
This is the X Sports Network.
58 remaining in the fourth. Lawrence County leading Guntersville 34-21. Press put on by Guntersville as Emmy Clark gets it across the timeline. Clark picks up her dribble now to Katie Criswell. Criswell here, guarded closely by Phillips, brings out the Athens logo over to Sadie Grace Cole. Now to J.C. Scott in the corner. Scott now back out to Clark. Clark here to Scott. And now gets it over to Clark. Clark now to Pig. Now back out to Katie Criswell. Criswell drives. Kicks out to Sadie Grace Cole. Now over to Emmy Clark. Clark picks up her dribble and gets over to Cammie Pig. Pig steps back beyond the three-point line over to Criswell. Criswell picks up her dribble back to Pig. Down low to Clark. Clark through traffic. And she's going to travel. 8th turnover against Lawrence County. 3rd of the second half. 6:10 remaining. 34-21 is a Lady Cat advantage. Hill gets the inbounds here for Guntersville. She'll get it across the timeline. Now over to Teal. Teal now over to Hill. Hill now to Vandergrift. Vandergrift. Long pass over to Phillips in the corner for three. Air ball. Rebound Harris. Harris shot up and in. She leads all scorers with 12. That's now 6 second chance points off 8 offensive rebounds for the Wildcats. Scott across the timeline, now over to Katie Criswell. Guarded closely by Phillips. Criswell calls out the play. Drives, picks up her dribble. In the Clark. Now out the Cammie Pig straight away for three. Off the corner iron, no good. Rebound, Vandergriff coming the other way. Vandergriff, and a block call here against Cammie Pig. She picks up her second, team's third. 5:24 remaining in the game. Vandergriff will take it out. The opposite side of their bench over to Hill. Hill with it at the logo, dribbles to her left. Now to Teal at the wing. Teal throws it in the Phillips in the corner. Now over to Teal. Teal now over to Hill. Hill drives the baseline, kicks it back out to Teal. She'll try a three. Nothing but net. Now a timeout here called by Kenny Hill. That will be a full timeout, and we'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we've provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back at the Athens Border Wars. Good start here to the fourth quarter. Guntersville has cut the Lawrence County lead 34-26 with 5:07 remaining here in the fourth quarter. So far to start this frame, Guntersville has outscored Lawrence County 7-0. So Lawrence County will have to face the press here as Sophie Cole is now into the game here for Emmy Clark for the Lady Cats. They get it in to Sadie Grace Cole, back to J.C. Scott. Scott now over to Katie Criswell. She'll quickly go across the timeline. Criswell picks up her dribble, gets it back out to J.C. Scott. Scott into the paint. Right-handed layup, no good. Rebound. Peyton Morgan can't get that one to go, and now a rebound. Fight for it is, and a foul called against J.C. Scott. That will be Scott's second, team's fourth.
That's her second, team's fourth.
So no one really in foul trouble on either side. Peyton Morgan is the only one with three, and actually Hill on the other side for Guntersville is three. 4:45 remaining, Hill across the timeline. Now over to Teal. Teal to Phillips, who's open for three, and knocks that one down. She's got 6, all from beyond the arc. The lead's down to 5. Scott, now over to Peyton Morgan, now over to Sophie Cole. Cole, skip pass over to J.C. Scott across the timeline, now into Criswell. Fight for the loose ball. It's a jump ball that will stay with Lawrence County. J.C. Scott will take it out in front of her own bench. And looking for somebody. And they get it in to Peyton Morgan. Now back out to J.C. Scott. Scott calls out the play, closely guarded by Vandergriff. Scott picks up her dribble over to Katie Criswell. Criswell now to Sophie Cole. Cole now back out to Scott. Scott now over to Criswell. Criswell drives and will dribble back out. Halfway through the fourth, now over to Sophie Cole. Cole, long pass over to Peyton Morgan. Morgan down low to Criswell. Criswell, turnaround jumper. That one's in. Big answer by the Lady Cats. Criswell leads all scorers with 13. It's a 7-point lead. 3:45 remaining. Hill with it, the Athens logo. Over to Teal. Teal. Now over to Phillips. Now to Hill in the corner. Back out to Phillips. And they'll hand it back to Hill, who has it in front of the Athens logo. Now to Teal. As they reset the play. And they get it to Vandergriff. No, it's knocked away by Sadie Grace Cole, a steal. Over to J.C. Scott. Left-handed layup up and in. Scott with 7. Lawrence County now with 16 points off 13 Guntersville turnovers. Phillips, deep wing for 3. Knocks it down. She's got 9. It's a 6-point Lawrence County lead. Now over to Sophie Cole. Picks up her dribble over to J.C. Scott. Scott back to Cole, who gets it across the timeline. Inside to Criswell. Jumper in the lane. Gets that one in. Now Wendy Scott is going to call a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout here for Lawrence County, leading by 8. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for a job where you can easily balance work and home life? By becoming an over-the-road driver at Southeast Carriers, we guarantee you can spend equal time on the road as with family. Along with multiple benefits, you will receive a base pay of 50 cents per mile. To make your job as easy as possible, we provide you with the latest technology, and you are not required to deliver through the heavy traffic along the East Coast. Southeast Carriers isn't just a company, it's a family, and we would love for you to be a part of it. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with Primary Care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary Care by One Stop Medical at its best.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Border Wars here at Athens as Lawrence County leads Guntersville 40-32 with 2:45 remaining in the game. Hill hands over to Ward. Ward picks up her dribble and almost loses that one in the hands of J.C. Scott. Now back to Hill as they reset the play. Hill dribbles at the top of the key over to Phillips. Phillips now hands over to Vandergriff. Vandergriff behind the back move, free throw line jumper, knocks it down. Vandergriff in the double figures with 10. It's a 6-point Lawrence County lead. Sophie Cole. Skip pass over to J.C. Scott and over to Katie Criswell. She gets it across the timeline. 2:10 remaining. Wendy Scott resets the play here for the Lady Cats. Criswell guarded closely by Phillips. And they call 5 seconds after Criswell threw it away. That's 9 turnovers here against Lawrence County with 2 minutes left. Steele will check into the game here for the Wildcats. She'll come in for Ward. Hill will cross the timeline. Now over to Teal. Teal over to Hill. Vandergriff tries a deep three. Ooh, she might have been fouled there and fight for the rebound. And we're going to get a jump ball call, and that will stay with Guntersville. Vandergriff went up in the air and had 2 Wildcat Lady Cats knock her down afterwards. That, a lot of cases, probably could have been a foul. Inside into Teal. Now out to Hill. Hill has Phillips straight away. Now back to Hill. Hill kicks back out to Phillips. Now over to Vandergriff. Vandergriff guarded closely by Pig. Kicks out. It's going to be a 3 by Teal, and she knocks it down. It's a 1-possession game here at 40-37. Scott over to Cole, and that one's almost intercepted by Phillips. Now back to Cole. Cole dribbles to the corner, gets it back out to J.C. Scott. Guntersville with just 3 fouls here in the second half. Probably needs to get the work here as J.C. Scott has it. Now over to Clark. Clark inside to Criswell. Criswell, turnaround jumper, clearly fouled by Phillips, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Laney Phillips will pick up her second, team's 4th. Now a pair of big free throws coming up for Katie Criswell. First shot. Almost rattles in, no good. Next free throw. She hits 1 of 2. She's got 16 to lead all scores. It's a 4-point lead with under a minute left. Hill quickly the other way. Now drives into the corner. Now has it at the top of the key over to Phillips. Phillips now back to Hill. Hill picks up her dribble in the Teal in the corner. Now back out to Hill at the deep wing. Now hands over to Phillips. They're going to hand over to Vandergriff. Vandergriff back to Hill. Now over to Phillips. 30 seconds left. Phillips drives. Shot up. Blocked by Emmy Clark in the hands of J.C. Scott. Scott now over to Clark, who gets it back to Criswell. Criswell. And they're trying to foul her. She got fouled about 3 times right there and finally gets one called on Vandergriff. That's just her first, team's 5th. So they're still 2 fouls away as Sadie Grace Cole will now come in for Sophie Cole. And Ward's into the game for Teal. J.C. Scott taking it out with 20 seconds left. Got to get it in. They do to Sadie Grace Cole. Cole, and she's going to be fouled by Hill. Hill's going to pick up her 4th. Team 6, 17 seconds left. And now a sub coming in. It's going to be Britt Enlow. Enlow will check in for Hill. J.C. Scott. Nice pass into Criswell. Right into layup, off the glass and in. She's got 18. It's a 6-point lead. 10 seconds remaining. Vandergriff across the timeline. To the wing. Deep 3. Rattles out, no good. Rebound. Emmy Clark to J.C. Scott. Scott, and she's going to dribble it out. Lawrence County picks up a huge win here at the Athens Border Wars, defeating the Alabama defending Class 5A state champions 43-37. Taking a look at the final stats, Katie Criswell led all scorers with 18. You had Emmy Clark with 10, J.C. Scott 7, Sadie Grace Cole with 6, Sophie Cole with 2, and that ends up the scoring for Lawrence County. On the other side for Guntersville, Tazzy Harris with 12, Olivia Vandergriff with 10, Laney Phillips with 9. Off the bench was Kendall Teal with 6. Lawrence County was 11 from 12 from the line. Guntersville didn't go to the line once in that game. And also a big stat, Lawrence County with 16 points off 13 Guntersville turnovers. Lady Cats improved to 12-3 on the season. Guntersville drops to 16-4. Final score, Lawrence County wins at 43-37. For producer extraordinaire Kevin Wright, I'm AJ Good here on the X Sports Network. Have a great day.
This is the X Sports Network.